Good afternoon, all of our distinguished guests. I'm Cheng-Mount, CEO of Asia Silicon Valley Development Agency, also called ASVDA. On behalf of ASVDA, I'm honored to attend the meaningful forum and exchange ideas with all of you. Taiwan has long enjoyed an excellent reputation for its strong ICT industry base and related capabilities. For many years, it has had an extremely high market share across major global ICT product segments. Also, Taiwan's ample supply of engineering talents and reasonable wages makes it desirable tech hub. Asian Silicon Valley Development Plan, ASVDP, was drawn up in 2016 to facilitate the development of the Internet of Things, also called IoT, and the startup ecosystem. Our role is to spur economic growth through innovation and entrepreneurship, and to promote industrial transformation and upgrading with the help of IoT. ASVDA is the agency that promotes and performs about work. With the help of today's event host, IoT Major League, we hope to promote more Taiwanese smart agricultural solutions and further accelerate the collaborative opportunities with our global partners. ASVDA also provides test fields for local vendors to deploy smart agricultural solutions. For instance, Taiwan is currently encountering problems of labor shortage and aging issues in the agricultural sectors, like many other developed countries. To ease this problem, a local vendor was supported by Taiwanese government testing its smart agricultural solution in southern Taiwan. The vendor provides clients with drone fleets to spray pesticides and uses advanced AI modules to identify growth and health condition of crops. Also, the solution was successfully exported to Malaysia and Thailand to help local farmers efficiently and effectively take care of the palm and rice farms. Moreover, as a maritime nation, we also pay attention to aquaculture solutions for high economic value species such as groupers, millfish. Traditionally, farmers need to check fish farm regularly, even in the late night, to monitor water quality. Any deviation in water quality causes a mass fish death. Therefore, a local vendor has created an intelligent system continuously monitoring temperature, oxygen level, pH value, and so on. This system helps increase fish survival rate, boost fishery production, and reduce the use of chemicals as well as fish feed. This vendor's IoT solution has been certified by Intel and expanded its market to Indonesia, Vietnam, Brunei, and the Philippines. There are still plenty of success stories in Taiwan, which not only improve the quality for local Taiwanese, but also pour innovation into the international community. Later, we will have amazing keynote speeches from Professor Lin Yiping, Lu Husheng, as well as promising other business guest speakers. I'm very glad to see participants all over the world to support this forum. I'm looking forward to any cooperation you may have with Taiwan in the future and wish this event a great success. Hope you enjoyed.
So thank you so much for that opening remarks, and we will now be continuing into our agenda. So you can expect 2 professors doing a keynote with us, followed by a panel, and then 4 startups from Taiwan who are engaged at smart agriculture.
Okay, my speech is about smart agriculture. I prepare English version of the talk. Okay, I'll leave it for everybody to download. And now I use this view graph. They are mixed Chinese and English. Okay. Now there's a basic requirement for smart agriculture. which are stable environment, network environment, and also the power support. Okay. In Taiwan, we always feel that the network is available, power is available, but actually it's not true in some other countries. In this slide, you can see that there's a place that monkey lives. Okay. So when we install all those smart devices for agriculture, okay, we have to consider all those conditions that we never thought of. Okay, so this is the most important requirement. Okay, then we talk about in Taiwan. We talked about 5G. Then everybody asks, why don't you use 4G? And actually, in our smart agriculture solution, we do use all kinds of radio and fixed line technology other than 5G. Okay, but most important thing is that in the fixed network, in the service side, we need 5G. Okay, most important thing is to IPize, make those smart agriculture application to fully utilize 5G IP network. Okay, so what we need is NFV and network slicing. Okay. In my solution for smart agriculture, when the function increase, okay, the server capacity must be increased proportionally. And then the best thing is put it in an elastic computing power in the cloud, and you can virtualize everything. So that's what we do. Okay. Now I skip this 4G, 5G stuff. Okay. Now, besides what I just said, network function, virtualization, and network slicing, okay, the most important thing is that you need to know all those functionality for smart agriculture. Okay, for example, we have massive IoT application, which is the sensor. Okay, in a smartphone, okay, you periodically send the sensor data to the server. Okay. And this is kind of massive IoT, and it's not so critical. You probably can lose one or two packets, but eventually you need to get some good performance. Okay, so this is one thing. And the second thing is so-called critical IoT. When you want to activate actuators like a sprayer, those fertilizer, motor, and something like that. Okay, it's very, very critical. You have to make sure every action is precisely performed. This is called critical IoT. And then you may need a camera to monitor your smartphone. Okay, so this is a mobile broadband application. So actually, all those three applications defined in 5G does happen to the smart agriculture. Okay, now the smart agriculture, everybody say I can do it. Okay, every undergraduate student can develop an IoT system and claim that you can do it for agriculture, but it's just a demo. Okay, so what you need is sustainable operation for smart agriculture. So you need to ask how to guarantee that the sensor data is correct. Okay, to be honest, most of those commercial solutions, when they came, they produce all those sensor data, and I double check. The data is not accurate at all, which means that it's useless. You spend money and you got the wrong information. Okay. Now, the second thing is that you have to guarantee the actuator is precisely controlled. Okay. And for this part, those network security is an important issue. Someone may intrude your network and then just try to turn on the water to flood your farm. Then everything die. Okay, so the precise control of actuator is very important. And then the next issue is about AI. How do you guarantee that your prediction is good enough? Okay, and when your system can fulfill all three requirements I just mentioned, the last thing, and actually the most important one is how do you reduce your maintenance cost? Okay, I've seen very good smartphone solution, but they are simply too expensive. Okay, the more you use that kind of solution, the more money you have to pay, and you lose your profit. Okay. So what we propose here is that some kind of system that you can connect your farm application in the outdoor field. Okay, during the sunset. Okay, so imagine how can you write a program outside your computer room and you just use your smartphone. Okay, we have that solution. Okay, and we have some reference. You can learn how we do that from that reference. Okay, but it's very important that you have to create your smart feature in the farm directory instead of moving between the farm and your computer room. Okay, then that's the best way to reduce your cost. Okay. And another thing is that to choose the right sensor is very important. Okay, for example, when we talk about the water, okay, how do you get a very good ammonia sensor? Okay, and most of people got a very expensive solution and actually do not work at all. Okay. And second thing is that how do you predict the nutrition in your soil? Okay, believe me, it's very, very difficult. Okay, we have a very complicated model to deal with that. And for each land, the condition is different. You have to go through the whole process. Okay, but once you know the method, okay, you can quickly apply this kind of measure in different land. Okay, but without that, you cannot grow a very good plant. Okay, and another thing is that we used to do some project for the environment monitoring. Many people does not know that there are many kinds of PM 2.5 sensors. For example, the one you put your the light pole and the one you put on the car is totally different. Okay, it's nothing to do with price, but it's has a very important concern on where you deploy your solution. So if you put the solution in the wrong environment, the answer is totally wrong. Okay, and this is very often situation we encounter in developing this smartphone solution. Okay, it turned out that you just waste your money and got nothing. Okay, so once you make sure that you have come out with the right solution, then the next thing is education. Right now, we are educating those farmers to use those smart solutions properly and do it the correct way. Okay, because in the farmland, you still need the farmer, okay, to take care of their farm. You cannot go there every day, okay, to do the farmer thing. Okay, so actually we have collaboration with Zhonghua Telecom. And most of you know that Zhonghua Telecom is the largest telecom company in Taiwan. Okay, so in Zhonghua Telecom, we have built two smartphone education center. Okay, and use those high tech to train the farmer, including long distance AR teaching. Okay, and we also built a lot of those environment in National Jiao-Tong University because we are professor. So the most convenient environment that we can play with is our campus. So we collaborate with those interactive art people from the Applied Art Institute. So you can play with those water pump and use all those smart agriculture technology to do this interactive artwork. Okay, that's another thing that the light will help the tree to grow better and then do some art thing, and you can handle all those insects that are going to harm those trees. We know how to deal with that. Okay, the student can use this environment to come out all their imagination and make their solution sustainable. Okay, the most important keyword is sustainable. Okay, if you come out something that can be do demo only, then that's useless. You are wasting your time. Okay, and that's another interesting thing that we have collaboration with very big constructor called Symbolic in Los Angeles. Okay, and they do this. They participate Pasadena Rose Parade every year, and actually they won the first prize in year 2018. And they try to build the smart farm in West Covina in Los Angeles. They will use our solution, and they say that how can we show your smart farm solution to the audience? Then I say that you can do that in your Rose Parade. So you can see this flower parade. We put our smart farm those devices there, and the audience can use their smartphone. Okay, they can use the smartphone to scan the QR code. Then they can play directly with all those the farming devices on the parade floor. Okay, so this turned out to be a very innovative idea, and we sent this work to a very prestigious magazine as IEEE Internet of Things magazine. Okay, and they said that's the most innovative idea they have seen for the year. Okay, so it published immediately, and we are going to build this solution in Rose Parade. So next year in the Rose Parade, I think the year in year 2022. Okay, I believe 21 because of COVID-19. Okay, we probably don't have opportunity to run this Rose Parade, but we are looking forward to the next year. Okay, and this is a farm field in West Covina, Los Angeles, and the buyer, they want us to produce 10 tons of turmeric every year for 10 years. So this is a very big contract. Okay, and we are able to take this this contract and to provide, deliver all those products. It's because we use the right solution. Okay, and the most important thing is cost down. Never try to do the fancy technology just because it's fancy. Okay, that's why we learned the big lesson in smart agriculture. Okay, so far in Taiwan, we already have 10 smart farms. Okay, and the picture there is the one we built in Tainan. Okay, and we also have one in Philippines and one in Armenia. Actually, this year we are supposed to build 2 farms in Japan, but because of this COVID-19, so we postponed to next year. And also California. Okay, I already mentioned that. Okay, and we also do the monitoring for the science park in Taiwan. Okay, use the exactly same technology we use for the smart farm. So once you can use your solution for smart farm, you can almost use this solution for other kinds of application, because smart farm is the most important, most difficult application we deal with. Once we can deal with smart farm, we can almost deal with other application. Okay, okay, I think that's all.
Okay, hello everyone. It's my great pleasure to introduce you the strategy and current development status of smart agriculture in Taiwan. So in today's my talk, firstly, I want to introduce a little bit background of this project and the strategy of this project and the structure of this project. And finally, I want to introduce you some current examples in this project and also the future challenges of this structure. Why in Taiwan we promote so-called smart agriculture? Firstly, I think similar to other international countries, we are facing the global climate change, and we have severe climate extremes almost every year, and we're also facing the decreasing of arable land and water uses, and as well as very important for us, how to keep the food security under the climate change. And especially in Taiwan, it's a small island located as a tropical Cancer area. It's a subtropical area. We have very small arable land. We have 1.1 hectares per farmer. It's a small farm. And the average age of our farmers gradually above 62. And we have a multiple terrain with mountains and hills covering almost 2/3 of the island. The diversity of the bio is complex, and we have a very diverse ecology. For climate change, we have very harsh climate every year, especially typhoon, heat wave, heavy precipitation. So under these challenges, how can Taiwan survive? We have to have an effective productive system and have high added value during our production system. More important, in the future, our labor, the number of labor is decreasing rapidly, and the age of our farmers will increase rapidly, may reach up to 65 years within 20 years. So there's two factors push more harsh to increase the productivity and the efficiency of our agriculture system. So smart agriculture system is one of the key directions for us to develop. A little bit about the history of our technology in agriculture production system. Before 1960, around that period, basically we are labor-intensive system in agriculture. In 1970s, we moved to machinery system, and mechanization was the major focus at that period. When it comes to 1990, at that time we promoted automation in almost every sector of our agricultural system, which increased significantly of our agricultural production system from animal, crop, or even the forest. So just facing the future, based on the factors I mentioned a few minutes ago, we have to go beyond the automation. So we proposed the smart production and the digital service system, which include a lot of current cutting-edge technology, especially in the data science. And this is the basic structure of our the national scale project. So we have a vision that is produce a safe, efficient, and a resilient future for our agriculture. And there are two main purpose or focus for our project. One is construct a smart production system. That's for farmers and the producers. The other one is build up the digital service system. That's mostly for the consumers. So from the production system, we produce the smart union, and by using new IoT sensors, big data, UAV, those kind of new technology, we hope to connect to the digital service system, which service for consumer and for the industry. So then we have many objectives, for example, efficiency and safety, and finally the high quality served for our consumers. One strategy in our project is to organize the single farmers to be a group. And by using the new technology, we hope to build a smart farmers union. They can work together and build up more strength, more competitive, and using the new tools, more efficient, cheaper, and have a high cost-effective results, and build up a higher competitiveness for our production group. The other strategy is build up a digital service system, which actually serve for the consumer, how to ensure them more safe foods and more tailor-made kind of products, and lets them have a real-time production information that's a balanced production and the consumption system for the market side. Another one strategy is connect production side to consumer side using a more transparent, traceable system, for example, like a blockchain. And behind the blockchain, we hope to more efficient information or safety information that specifically build up a confidence for our consumers and make them more loyal to our local production foods. This is the structure of our project, how to carry out the project. Actually, we have chosen 10 industry sectors, including orchids and the seedling industry, mushrooms facility industry, poultry, dairy, and aquaculture. That's a facility type of agriculture production system. We also choose some open field system, like rice production system and fishery, offshore fishery production system. So in these different sectors, we hope to build up a demo basis which can diffuse our technology to other production companies or small farms. And based on this demo basis, we hope to develop new business model and training to train our young generation to use these new tools. And we also have a so-called SIG system, as a special interest group to help those farmers and companies to build up the whole system and connect them, and also build a common technology platform to serve them. This is just several examples I want to share with you. This is for the crop production system. We have built several QR code basis system. The QR code includes many information during the production process. For example, farmland location, farmer's location, environmental safety information, and the climate information, and all input together, which consumers can trace this information. That's a transparent traceability system. Especially most important is the pesticide application information. That's most important for the safety. And we also, this is a new one we built for the crop production system, especially field crop. We built a whole blockchain system for them, from the seedling preparation to the final small bag rice products in the supermarket. We can, using this system, we put a lot of information, not only for consumers, but also for farmers. We put good agricultural practice, those information behind the blockchain. So the blockchain is not only can be used for consumer, as well as can be used for farmers to input the knowledge when they need it for the production system. So this system already set up for rice or tea or other even higher priced agricultural products. In the open field, we also integrate UAV system with the spectrum technology, so we can safely monitoring the growth of the crops in the field and spray the chemicals or some biotype pesticide on that crops to ensure a safe plant protection system, and in turn we can have a high yield and good quality production. So that system already set up for the field crops. So within the greenhouse, which is a facility farm, we build up a crop modeling system. Especially recently, we incorporate the technology called digital twin. The digital twin can include the good experience from senior farmers. So put all this together, we can precisely control and manipulate the growth of those expensive, high valued crops. For example, the watermelon and other high price fruits in the greenhouse. This is an example. We incorporate new technology in the greenhouse. This is an insect monitoring system. Within this system, we put a lot of sensors, and the figure identification system. For example, like this, we can use the AI system. That's a deep learning system. We monitor several major insects in the greenhouse, and we put those sensors in the whole greenhouse, and we can monitor the increase of those insects and put that information connect to our integrated pest management program, so-called IPM. So by that we can design a precision IPM system for greenhouse management. This system already set up in the vegetable greenhouse. For animal production, we also build up the monitoring system, which connect to the behavior analysis, which can tell us about the health of those animals we are raising. For example, like under the heat wave, we can understand do they have a normal physical condition during their growth. So, and we can precisely understand the physiological condition of these animals. How about the future? So, of course, the program may ensure us a resilient and a competitive production system in comparing with the international agricultural business. But we're still facing the challenges. For example, how to integrate those cross-domain technology. For example, big data, IoT, ICT, blockchain, AI, and even recently 5G, this kind of technology, how to integrate them together to apply it in our animal crop production system. The other one more important is business model. How can we earn money actually from the whole system, and especially compete or cooperate with international countries to build up an efficient and money earning system? I think that's most important for our business sector. So to that, thank you very much for your attention, and we hope this report can help you understand the progress of our agricultural intelligent system in Taiwan, and we welcome any kind of partnership within Taiwan or international countries. Thank you very much.
So thank you so much for joining us at our panel session for our Smart Agriculture webinar. Two professors, thank you so much, Professor Liu and Professor Ling. Thank you for your kind keynote and very precise explanation on the aspects of smart agriculture. I think we have maybe about 20 minutes on our very brief QA. So I have a very obvious question, is that perhaps during the negotiation process of startups trying to persuade agriculture professionals, perhaps a dairy farm or a tea farm, how do you go about persuading them to conduct a POC, a proof of concept, to start with before they actually purchase a solution? Perhaps maybe we can start with Professor Ling.
Okay, thank you. I think that's our experience that you have to convince your customer that your solution is cost effective. That's the first thing. Okay, and the second thing is that you have to convince your customer that your operation of your solution is simple. Okay, I mean, I saw some kind of smart farm solution. That's a wireless solution, and the farmer asked that if the network is disconnected, then what should I do? And they said, okay, you turn on the power, and it's very easy. You just input the IP address like this and that. Okay, don't expect the farmer will input the IP address. Okay, so our solution must reduce the operation as much as possible. So we tell our customer, the farmer, that okay, it's so easy. It's just like changing our sensor, just like changing a light bulb. Okay, so they like it. There's a common language. They know how to change the light bulb. So they like the solution. And another thing is that you have to really do something for the farmer. Okay, the farmer does not want you to show them the data from the sensor. Okay, at least my customer. What they want is that can you do the integration for me to give the most precise amount of fertilizer to grow the best plant for them. Okay, so we show them how we do that. Okay, through the AI and something actually grow thing for them. Okay, and when they say they see the results, then they convince. Okay, so that's our experience.
I think that's quite true, because I was just thinking while doing your presentations how we can convince them, as some of our agricultural professionals perhaps are not the most hands-on with regards to IT solution. And following that, the whole term of smart agriculture, I think it's about technology, it's about practice, and it's about combining them. So maybe Professor Liu, in your expertise, how do you think once that we now have technology available for agriculture, do we have to do a mindset change so that the agricultural professionals can utilize, or are willing to utilize, or try at least? In your idea, how does everything synchronize together between technology, practice, and business model?
For a successful solution, those different sectors have to be working together. That's the crucial point. You have technology from the digital science, you have a farm system, and you have a special system. These different sides has to be respectable to each other. See, when they're building up so-called solution, we have to put those three domain knowledge together and to modify, to improve the efficiency. For example, just like a question you asked before, the first time you set up a system in the farm, that's just the first step. As the following process, you have to work with the farmers or the manager together to understand what is their needs and what are their difficulty. And when you are going to make some resolution for them, you have to come and force, have to get their feedback. That's most crucial. You have to respect their experience. For example, recently we hope to incorporate with so-called digital twin, or the twin means another experienced farmer. Yeah, so you incorporate their experience into your science model, and put them together, then you will gradually have a most efficient and effective so-called solution. Yeah, so I think that's crucial, how to integrate them together, working together. That's the key point. Yeah.
And thank you so much for that. It is obviously to solve the pain points of farmers and how we can do a breakthrough on their current progress. For startups, obviously there are different applications that can be utilized in agriculture. There could be a drone, it could be a monitoring system. We get this question a lot at InnoVEX, is that which part of this sector could be an easy access to smart agriculture? Say, for example, if I am a dairy farmer, do I purchase the tax solution already, or is there anything that I need to prepare beforehand to do that? This could be useful. This information could be useful for startups who are trying to access this market.
Let me share my experience. Okay, you always give your customer a turnkey solution for the farmer. Okay, so I think what you say is correct, that you need to interact a lot to teamwork together, but most of the time you have to listen to provide almost complete solution for them. What the farmer needs is a plug-in solution they can use immediately. Okay, so and another thing is that the monitoring is not useful. They want something that can automatically do things for them. Okay, so we spend a lot of effort doing that. For example, in Taiwan, if you grow some plant like turmeric, okay, for 9 months, and you harvest, then the land cannot be used for 2 years. Okay, so our solution try to analyze the fertilizer inside the soil. Okay, so we can use a dripping system to make sure that the plant will get enough nutrition without hurting the land. So our final solution is that after 9 months, you can continue for the next planting. Okay, and that's what the farmer want. Okay, if you come out with a solution that still like the traditional way, then they don't want it. They say, I can do it. I don't need your solution. Okay.
Perhaps this could be an advantage from companies from Taiwan. What, in your opinion, what advantage do we have these smart agriculture startups from Taiwan? How do you think we can assist other farmers in different nations?
Yes, as I showed a few minutes ago, Taiwan is located at a subtropical area. This area now is facing the biggest global climate challenge. So Taiwan is also, we have a very diverse environment. And this is a good environment to test our technology. So if we can develop a successful technology in our farm, we can expand our technology to the similar climate area around the world. For example, we have a similar latitude with Vietnam and with Cambodia. So if we can have a successful technology in our like a rice or even in the animal farm, cow, then the model and the practice can be diffused and extend to the similar latitude countries like Cambodia and Vietnam. So if you consider this kind of future, it will be exciting. And Taiwan is a very good place for testing because we have a high technology in the digital science. We have a high advanced technology in farming technology, even for crop or for animals. So this kind of environment, if we can integrate together, develop, you say the innovation, yeah, group them, integrate together to develop a better solution, then the technology, I think, very promising to transfer to other countries. Yeah, I think it's very promising.
Let me add something, okay? It's easier to sell our solution in other countries than in Taiwan. And the reason is that those old farmers in Taiwan very, very skillful, okay? Actually, it's our AI solution that learn those experienced farmers, okay? We use deep learning, you know? And those farmers, they are so experienced. They always give you an excellent solution, the answer. So our prediction must follow their experience. And once we learn their experience, okay, and then say it to other countries like Philippines, it's so welcome there, okay? So actually, it's our IT technology that learn the farmers' experience in Taiwan, okay?
So it's not just about companies from Taiwan trying to sell their solution, but we also welcome definitely different solutions from different nations come into Taiwan to do their POC, and then from there we can expand into different markets, maybe in Asia Pacific region or elsewhere.
I call it Taiwan can be a hub, which we can incorporate technology from like Netherlands, from the big country, advanced country, and we practice here, integrate our technology, our experiences, and build up our solution. And it may be even more innovative kind of solution, a new kind of integrated solution. Then we can diffuse and transfer this solution to other Southeast similar climate environment countries. I think so. Taiwan actually very good hub for this kind of business. Yeah.
We at InnoVEX, we often get asked this question about investments. So this could be a very interesting question. For all our agriculture-related startups, is it easy to, well, perhaps maybe not the word easy, but the likelihood of being invested, how should they go about to be invested?
My experience is that the VC always ask, everybody grow plant, okay? Without your solution, okay, the farmer still grow the plant. Then why should I invest your technology, okay? So you have to make a very clear, okay, analysis, okay? Why you invest my technology, then you get much, much more, okay? So that's what you need to say. And you need to have a benchmark, the very experienced farmer in Taiwan, okay? How they grow and how you grow. And what's your advantage? You must have the very tough benchmark and then convince the VC. That's the situation we face, okay?
Professor Liu, in your opinion, how would you say about, or maybe suggest to our startups out there, how they can try and attain more investment either from the farmers themselves or perhaps different institutes?
Yes, in the beginning, use the platform set up by government. Yeah, I think Taiwan government, they are very kind to help those young, innovative groups. When you set up your team, I think the government, especially in agriculture, they build up several system platform to let you to contact with the big farm system, and especially young generation. So you can use this system and get the financial support initially from government, and help you to interact with the farm you are going to apply your technology, your idea. Then during this first or 2 years, so you can develop a more mature technology, or even we call a solution. So after you get this so-called solution, then you can practice to more farms during that process to design your we call business model. How can you make money from this, help the farmers during the process, how to build a confidence of in between you and the customers. So I think 3 years is crucial. During these 3 years, you can decrease your support from government, increase your earning from the practice with the farm system, and building the confidence between you and the farmers and about your products. Then that's the time for maturation. So after you got this process, then I think you are mature to go beyond or further to other sectors, or even attend the international exhibition, and there you can meet your customers outside the country. Yeah.
Thank you. I think the goal of doing or practicing a smarter way of agriculture via different IT solutions is not only we have a more healthier system, more resilient, more productive, and hopefully we can generate more income as well for all parties. For consumers, obviously, this is crucial. We already seen different startups in Taiwan utilizing their blockchain solutions to help the consumers trace different food source. I think, will we see more of that, more to consumer side applications or innovations in the near future? Do you foresee that?
Yes. I think under the climate change, one thing which we have a difficulty to produce our food. The other thing is consumers, they need more confidence about their food safety. The transparency built by a new technology like blockchain can build up their confidence about the process, how the food are produced. So I think that's a very, very promising area if we can incorporate to our production system.
Professor Lin, obviously we know that you hold some of the keys and many important positions in consulting with startups and related aspects. Do you have any suggestions that you could maybe give to smart agriculture startups trying to proceed their endeavors in the future?
I think it's very important that you have to think very carefully about your solution. Okay, meaning that maintenance is very important. Okay, I've seen many good solutions because the SOP for maintenance is not good enough, and then they fail. Okay, so for those young people, if you want to do this smart agriculture, you have a good idea, you have to think very carefully about how to operate your system with the lowest cost. Okay, so through all those smart farming for the company AgriTalk, every minute we are thinking about how do you cost down. Okay, penny by penny. Okay, don't think that there's a free resource you can use. Okay, there's no such free thing. Okay, so you must be think very, very serious about cost down. Okay.
Another key I want to add is the service. So for the young group, they sometimes they forget about service. Sometimes, and most of the time, I think the adding value comes from your service, especially the confidence between you and your customer. So after you deliver your products, you have to focusing on your service to them. And by the service, you can also improve your system. And I think that's the crucial for earning money.
Yeah, I agree. When you talk about service, that means the maintenance cost. Okay, if your solution fails very often, and you can go to your customer to fix, they are not going to like your solution. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Professor Lin, Professor Lu. I think due to time restraints, we are going to conclude our QA sessions. But the questions that we've raised today is certainly not even enough or not even close to how many other questions out there. So with your permission, I hope that in future, when we have an engagement either via our YouTube channel or social network platform, we can redivert some of the questions back to you. And hopefully we could maybe do a rerun of this particular topic.
Yeah, you're most welcome to do so.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for watching our program today. Following this, we will be continuing with different startups from Taiwan for their presentations on their solutions.
Hi everyone, I'm Feng Ling from AgriTalk Tech, and here to introduce the world's first truly intelligent farming system. We are the agri company that not only focus on a high productivity of your crop, but at the same time, we also want to ensure the sustainable of the environment. So what we do, we talk to your farm, and so that you will know more about your farm and master your farm in a very well way. Before we talk to your farm, first of all, I would like to talk about what is the agricultural problems in worldwide. That is a soil erosion. And you may not know, overuse of chemical substances such as pesticide, herbicide will cause soil erosion. And these will further causing food crisis, the lower and also lower the productivity of the crop, and also the land, arable land will become less and less at a time. So what we actually do, AgriTalk provides the complete solution from monitoring, prediction, and also the biostimulator provider. So for monitoring part, I would like to talk about our powerful platform, which is the AIoT platform of AgriTalk. And in this platform, we can let our farmer to train the farming AI customizable, which is learning in two calibration way. One is learning from the microenvironment solution and microenvironment data, and the second one will be learning from the manual control of the farmer on site. So by training and adjusting the AI after collecting all this data, a super AI will be born, and this AI will assist the farmer to let them know what is the timing of fertilizing and irrigation, or turn on the light is the better way to manage the farm. And the other part, I would like to talk about the AI, which is the core value of our team. There are three AI that we developed. One is pest and disease, and also the other one is soil microbiome distribution analyzing. So in this part, I would like to talk about pest and disease first. For pest and disease prediction system, we will actually using weather forecast data and also implement of biological domain knowledge inside the AI so that we can customizing pest and disease prediction well. And in our experience, the accuracy can be about 90% accurate. So we can tell the farmer what's the time of pest and disease will erupt immediately after some of the disasters happened. And here is some of the scope of pest and disease we actually already can provide a solution for our farmers. And about the AI of soil microbiome, which is actually a very special technology. We learn about how your soil microbiome distribution going to change and tell you how to optimize the functional compounds of the crop. For example, in turmeric, one kind of Chinese medicine herb, we will focus on curcumin production. So let me tell more about what is a soil microbiome distribution prediction system. Over here, actually we are customizing the biofingerprint of specific crop and land by collecting the soil sample and also learn who is living in your soil and tell the time of fertilizing to the farmer to assist them to take the action of fertilizing. So after we collect data for a short time of period, we will know, okay, how is the microbiome distribution going to change, and we will tell you how to fertilize is the better way. And here is some of the results I would like to show. We can see that by using our system, the soil can be maintained their healthiness and boost up chlorophyll, which is very important. And at last, we also optimize the production of functional compound for about 5 times in the turmeric plantation. And the last part will be biopesticide. To focus on more green and also environmental friendly production, we provide bioreagent which is originated from spider toxin. And as you can see over here, they are a very high efficiency to protect the plants from the pest and disease problems. So with AgriTalk problem, we provide a green and smart agricultural solution, which is a total solution to maintain the soil health, guarantee the crop quality, and also maximize your yield. And this is how we AgriTalk provide a solution. We provide farm automation, and farm AI depends on the need of our customer. And last, I would like to talk about our milestone. For AgriTalk, we actually a startup from NCTU, National Charter University. And for short term, we will provide our services in Taiwan for Taiwan farmers and collecting agri-data for high-value crops, and also biostimulator licensing. And for the middle and long term, we will try to develop our market to Asia and US, and start to sell our biostimulator soon. And here is the strong team, which has strong technology background, like Dr. Walian Chen from biotech and Dr. Ibin Lin from IT, and also a very strong management team, Patty Lee and Cho Chen. And we are AgriTalk, and we hope that by talking to your farm, we can provide you a more comprehensive total solution of green and smart agriculture. Thank you.
Hello everyone, it's Riddler from Beehive Data Technology, and our brand name is AgriWeather. Today I'm going to introduce our company and the services we provide. Our company was founded in 2015. We provide the total solution of agricultural, environmental data collecting, and data monitoring, and also data analysis. So until now, there are more than 70 farms in Taiwan are using our systems, including all kinds of different crops. And also we are doing POC in many different countries. So if our whole service is like this. If a customer comes to us, we will first try to define their problem, to know what is the problem they want to solve. And also we will design the experiment based on the problem they want to solve. And then we use our hardware devices and digital tools to help them to collect the necessary data. And then we do the data analysis. And after that, when we finish the data analysis, we will get the result back into the system to build like the stress warning system, or the specific crop management suggestion systems to help them to help more farmers can use this to get benefit from this. And this is only two cases of our outcome. The first one is the firm wind alert system for the sugar apple, and also we are now doing the rice blast one, and also we have the pineapple ones, and also we are working on the tea leaves. Okay, so then I will introduce some of our hardware devices. The first one is the field sensor. We have the field sensor that can collect the soil temperature, the soil moisture, EC value, and also the pH value. And the data will collect every 10 minutes. And this is the weather station we have, which can collect the air temperature, the air moisture content, the rainfall, the optical radiation, the sunshine hours, the wind speed, and also the wind direction. And those data are also collected every 10 minutes. And this one is our time-lapse camera, which can automatically take the photo every 1 hour. So those hardwares are all powered by solar panel and rechargeable lithium batteries, and they are all wireless, so it's fit for the outdoor farms. And also because it's wireless, so the transmission is through LoRa and 4G internet. And using our platform, the users can easily monitor the data of their crop or of their farms. And we will build the different standard according to the different crops. So if any crop stress happened, the system will automatically shows the alert and also the suggestions to the farmers to know what is the right decision to make. And also you can use our platform to see the crop growth stage, and every standard, every suggestion, every warning is based on the prediction of the crop growth stage. And we also integrate all these functions, all these data into a monthly report. And the farmers using this monthly report, they can easily discuss with the expert to help them to solve the problem they have. Okay, so AgriWeather, what we do is to help our users to make the right decision at the right time. And through that, we hope that our customers can lower their cost, can increase their yield, and with better quality. Okay, so I'm Riddler. I'm from AgriWeather. Thank you for your listening.
Hello, I'm Daniel Lai, co-founder and CEO of Brocere. There are already kinds of IoT cow monitoring sensor on the market. For example, ear tag, tail tag, and leg tag. And the most common use in the dairy is neck collar sensor, which can detect the rumination activity behavior and is good for fertility monitoring of cow group. However, current sensor cannot detect the most serious problem in Taiwan, the heat stress. Heat stress means a cow is stressed in heat at high temperature and humidity environment, and it induces many serious problems. For example, mastitis, which makes cow cannot produce milk anymore, and lameness. And the easiest situation is to lose of dairy milk of production, and the worst case is to exhaust the cow to death. So THI is a good index to measure the environment dangerous level. And in Taiwan, they are almost 8 months in dangerous zone in THI. So the dairy still need to detect the stress in heat by individual cow by IoT sensor. So to design the heat stress sensor, we need to know the cow behavior, what the cow behavior change while he is stressed in heat. The obvious three is the less eating duration and higher drinking frequency and longer standing duration to dissipating the heat from the body. So if we can detect this behavior accurately with THI sensor, we can detect the cow in heat and move her to a cooler place at the early stage. So here we go to Brocere sensor. In this sensor, we can see it can collect all necessary information to detect cows' extra state, health care, and heat stress monitoring. And the collected data will be transmitted to Brocere gateway, which has THI sensor, then upload to cloud. And the latest experiment comparing major data with video, the data match video over 98%. We also prepare a user-friendly interface for dairy farmer, and you can see the overall statistics and with many useful information here. And in this interface, you also can find the cow's location in less 5 minutes with a very clear dashboard for the daily graph. So the summary of Brocere color sensor system is accurate and easy and comprehensive. There are currently 7 members in Brocere, including me, and we cover all hardware, software, cloud backend, and user interface design. And these guys are all real fighters, and they can complete their task on time perfectly. And I have to introduce our super consultant, Professor Shi. He is one of the famous cow expert in Taiwan, and he gave us a lot of support in the past months. And we also appreciate the government fund to support this project. The founder of I Love Milk, Aga, is a veterinary and start to co-work with dairy farm since 2015. And his dream is to make the best quality milk. And after 4 years, they realized their dream, and his milk was certified as the only partner by Michelin Guide, and his annual business volume reached $10 million. And now he is considering to use Brocere color sensor system to help more dairy farms to improve their quality of milk. The slogan of I Love Milk is the milk is guaranteed by veterinarian, and we hope the slogan will be changed to the milk is guaranteed by veterinarian and Brocere IoT sensor. We are Brocere and I'm Daniel. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kim from SmartTech. SmartTech is a sticker-like wireless sensor. You can pass it on any surface of machine or throw it into the farm to collect data and send the data to our AI training platform for AI training. Today, I want to share how can we use the SmartTech system to help tea manufacturing industry to upgrade. 2 years ago, I was in Singularity University in California. I'm the hardware designer, and I met 2 other fantastic founders. Jibin is the AI master from India, and Subra is the lawyer and businessman from Sri Lanka. We formed the team SmartTech, and we help factory to upgrade. Every day, we talk about tea industry. How can we help tea industry to upgrade? Because Subra, actually, he's also the director and board member from ASVDA company, which is the second largest tea manufacturer in Sri Lanka. So here we go. We have the tea project. When we go through the tea industry, we found out there are 3 main challenges in tea industry. The first one is for a tea factory or manufacturer, actually they don't grow tea tree by themselves. They purchase the tea product, the tea leaves, from more than 100 different tea farmers. Each farmer has their own experience, method, and recipe of nutrition. You can't control everyone, so you can control the tea leaves quality. So how can the factory maintain the quality of tea? The only way is they have a tea master in the factory. So during the process for different bunch of tea leaves, the master will decide the parameter of manufacturing function. So it's 100% according to humans' experience. Of course, the manufacturing quality is fluctuate. And the third challenge of tea is actually there's no standard method for tea quality rating. It's 100% according to tea master's testing. So after they manufacture the tea master will test a bite of tea and give a rating. So according to humans' experience. So the main challenge of the whole story is how to standardize the manufacturing process and to evaluate the tea quality. Here's our solution, the SmartTech. So we built a sensor, a wireless module, and a battery all in one in this SmartTech. We have the temperature sensor, humidity sensor, and vibration sensor. So how to use that is super easy. You just pass it on the surface of a machine or just throw it into the farm. You don't actually need to wire the tag because we have battery inside. And then once you deploy all the sensors in the farm or the factory, you just switch on the app from your smartphone. And then all the sensors will send their information to your phone. Through your phone, you upload all the data to our AI training platform, which is in our Amazon Web Service cloud for running the AI training. So here's what we are doing. In the farm, in the tea factory, they have different process and want to measure different parameter. So in the solar whistling process, we measure the humidity and extra. And in the final stage, we want to rating the tea quality. We use the spectrum. We use the light. So we use the spectrum reader to record the absorption spectrum of tea, like UV or the infrared. And then once we done the measurement, we ask the tea master to test a bite of the tea to give a rating like bitter 7 point, sweet 3 point, and then we make a correlation between the t-test between the rating system and the spectrum system. So what is our benefit? Actually, we can increase 10% of the yield rate right now. Actually, the program is a 2 years program. We only run like half a year. Right now, our result is 10% yield rate increase. And then actually, by using the spectrum technology, we can rate every tea product in very high transparent method. So we make the transparency of quality. And then we record the tea resume. So during every single process, we record everything. So that's smart tech. How can we use smart tech to help the tea manufacturing industry? The most important thing of smart tech of our sensor is we don't change any work experience of farmer or the factory worker. They can keep doing what they do for the past 100 years. We pass the sensor in the factory and the farm and then doesn't know. Then we collect data and our AI platform will give them our suggestion to help them to upgrade the tea industry. Thank you.